This woman discovered one weird trick that makes everything she buys free. And yes, it's based on a true story. No cap. Yeah, that's me, and you're probably wondering how I got here. Okay, but really, this is Connie. Let's rewind back to the beginning. Connie was an Olympic race walker. Yes, that's really a thing. We catch her speed walking and pick up some mail, and what she's most looking forward to, coupons. At home, she bickers with her husband Rick. Money is kind of tight, and she's always buying into these deals. Nobody needs all that time. Come on, man. Truth is, this never used to be an issue. It all stemmed from their difficulty having kids. Yup, they're loaded in debt after tons of failed fertility treatments. Well, actually, it worked one time, but the baby couldn't make it to the finish line. A miscarriage. We're introduced to another coupon-crazed gal, JoJo. She's even got her own YouTube channel where she talks about the latest deals. Sadly, her mom ain't all that supportive. I mean, JoJo's a grown-up and still lives with her mom. Relatable. Afterwards, JoJo pays a visit to her neighbor. That's
Yo,
right,
what up,
it's
what up?
Connie. Her husband Rick greets her at the door, and he's kind of a, well,
Hold on,
what rhymes with
one
Rick and
second.
starts with D. Yeah, that. He heads out to his job as IRS auditor while Connie and JoJo get to couponing. Connie mentions that things haven't been great lately, but she really needs a win. She's even willing to post or die for it. At the supermarket, Connie stocks up on a Wheaties cereal and pulls up to the cashier, Greg, back with coupons. Greg is shook. After dozens of coupons and over $100 in savings, Connie whips out her trademark catchphrase, "Watch the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves." Before she goes, she apologizes for making the man in line wait, but he says, "Oh, don't be. That was impressive." At home, she puts away the Wheaties when she spots the wallpaper elephant in her storage room. You see, this room was supposed to be her daughter's. Connie's emotions swell up. Woman moment. So she decides to binge on some carbs. Though, after a big ol' handful, she knows that they're quite stale. Feeling angry, she complains to Wheaties. Considering she's an Olympian, the claim breakfast for champions is a joke. More like breakfast for champions. Good one, Connie. Meanwhile, JoJo's on her entrepreneur grind set. She sells a makeup line called Back to Black, and her prospective customer is loving it. She whips out her credit card, ready to pay. JoJo tells her she only takes cash because of her history with identity theft. Whoa, the woman gets suspicious, but JoJo clarifies that her identity was stolen and ruined her credit. Sadly, the deal is off. The woman says she'll think about it. JoJo leaves defeated but composed until she enters a car.
The hell are you watching?
Later, she picks up some mail, and her mailman, Earl, is kind of her biggest fan. He watches all her YouTube videos and finds himself hypnotized by her eyes. He wants to say how he really feels, but just can't. Back to Connie, her husband is leaving for a work trip for a few weeks. Though, before he leaves, he's sure to characterize Connie's coupon habit as a replacement for a child. It hits home, because it's kind of true. At least it keeps her distracted. Rick suggests to instead get a job. Reasonable, but not in her eyes. He departs, and Connie finds something groundbreaking in the mail. A complete mystery. Her eyes light up at the power she now wields. At the supermarket, she flexes her powerful new coupon. However, Greg is unimpressed. He knows she sent a complaint letter. Connie's confused. How? Well, everyone knows when you complain to a manufacturer, you often get free stuff. Suddenly, a light bulb goes off in her head. She immediately gets to typing away, writing letter after letter to multiple companies. Soon after, she receives the fruits of her labor. Several free coupons. Ever excited, she calls JoJo over and shares her coupon treasure. JoJo knows that some of these are worth like $40. Wait a second, they could sell these. But how are they going to get them in bulk? Well, Connie's done her research. This company right here produces them in bulk for all kinds of companies, and they're located in Chihuahua, Mexico. As fate would have it, that's pretty close to Arizona. Now all that needs to happen is a few coupons go missing. Before we get to that adventure, meet Ken, a rather chunky man from Nevada. He's the loss prevention manager for all A&G supermarkets. One day, he spots an innocent old lady having trouble with a coupon that won't register. Upon closer inspection, he deems it's a fake. The poor old lady asks for an exception, but he counters with a metaphor. If we leave the food unprotected, the rats will come. Rude. Later on a plane ride, a woman asks Ken if he can switch seats with her daughter since she loves to look out the window. He says he wish he could, but just can't sacrifice his opportunity to teach a valuable lesson. The world doesn't work like that. You can't just have everything you want. Based. Back to Connie and JoJo. The girls head on over and suss out a potential partner. Ooh, this guy is smoking, so he's already kind of a rule breaker. And look at that. Seems like this is a 2-for-1 deal. BOGO! The pair approach the couple slowly from behind. They seem to be chatting suspiciously. Suddenly, the man, Alejandro, whips out a gun. Connie and Jojo raise up their hands and explain themselves, shouting, "Money! Money for you! Money for me!" The man responds, he's on board. Now for his wife, they chase her down, but she's still in full panic mode. As she's about to beat on the car, she sees her husband. All is well. They all get together and chat. We learn that Alejandro's wife, Paulina, is pregnant. Also, he only gets paid $2 an hour. In light of these facts, the girls try to persuade him to take a chance. They argue they would be like Robin Hood, taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Paulina butts in. She agrees, but they don't rep Robin Hood. Their man's is Jesus de Verde. "Oh, he's dope," Jojo replies. With his wife's backing, Alejandro is in. He explains his plan. You see, the factory makes tons of extra coupons that are usually thrown out, so he'll just harvest them. And just like that, they got themselves an operation. Jojo advertises on YouTube and sets up a snazzy website, Savvy Super Saver. Within just the first week, the money go brrrr. So much cash, they gotta stuff it in the boxes. But it's not all good news. It's not long before Ken catches wind of things. Tons of companies are reporting record-high coupon redemption rates. Though when he inspects what he suspects are counterfeit coupons, they're perfect. How can this be? After some digging, he finds some lady's receipt and pays her a visit. He goes full detective mode and learns it came from a website, but she can't remember. Super Soaker Savings? Super Snappy Sazzy something? She heads over to her computer and gets it right this time. Back at his office, Ken lays eyes on what will soon be the greatest case of his life. Savvy Super Saver. Meanwhile, Connie checks up on her stacks when suddenly the account gets frozen. Must be PayPal. She calls in, and indeed it is PayPal. In order to unfreeze the account, they'll need to prove their business is legitimate. Well, that's not gonna work. Jojo begins to panic, but Connie suggests they reach out to Tempatina.
Aaron, you want to get banned again for copyright.
She's kinda a super hacker.
Oh,
they meet
fuck,
up and
bro.
drive to her secret headquarters.
I hope not, I hope not, I hope not. Let me skip ahead a little bit.
All white, blonde, has an infuriating smile. But Jojo uses her sales skills and secures her first deal. When she arrives home, she's ecstatic, breaking out into a full dance number. Very cool. Simon and Ken are in awe of her moves, but also confused. Simon pulls Ken aside and tells him to chill. Recommend.
The thumbnail to that video said free. A girl gets anything she wants with free anal coupons.
Alright, today let's go from Cocoa Pod to Chocolate Lip. We have kind of like all play a role in how the chocolate ends up being flavored. As you can see, the Cocoa Pod is surrounded by a shell, and inside are the actual cocoa beans. And if we scoop the beans out, you can see that each bean is surrounded by some fruity, pulpy flesh. Now this stuff is actually edible and is actually very delicious. It has almost a citrusy flavor, not at all what I expected. Now what we're actually after is not this fruity pulp, but we're actually after the interior of these seeds. Now if you cut one in half, you can see this kind of purpley bit. In fact, you can eat this. It is a little bitter and it has a very faint taste of chocolate. But through the process of fermentation, drying, and roasting, we're going to reinforce the flavors of the chocolate so that in the end we end up with this really familiar chocolate flavor. Now I'm going to collect the beans from 4 pods, just scooping out the interiors and collecting it into a bowl. With all the beans scooped out, it's time to begin the process of fermentation. Now the fermentation stage is extremely important in the process of making chocolate. This is the stage where a majority of the chocolate flavors and fruitiness are actually developed. And I have to admit, the process of fermentation of these beans is pretty nuanced and complicated. Expert chocolatiers have written a lot of stuff about how different stages of fermentation are really important in regards of how much oxygen exposure there is and the development of acetic acid and alcohol, which all play a role in how the chocolate ends up being flavored in the end. Now, despite this channel's name, all of this is beyond my pay grade, so I took a simplistic route for fermentation. And honestly, the chocolate I ended up with was pretty good, so let's just follow my caveman attempt. So from our bowl of collected fruit, we can go ahead and place them into a very well cleaned container. Preferably something like this where you can easily monitor what's going on inside. I had a little glass weight for fermentation, so I use this to weigh down the beans, although I'm not really entirely sure if this is necessary. Now, the name of the game is we're going to let this ferment for about a week. But after about 24 hours, depending on how warm it is outside, you should start to see the effects of fermentation. The beans will start to change color and will also expel liquid. Traditionally, these are fermented in giant wooden crates where there's drainage and the expelled liquid can drain away from the beans. But for the small amount of cocoa beans, it didn't really seem to make a huge difference. About once every day or so, I would like to open up the container, stir it up with a clean spoon, and specifically I did this on days 1, 3, and 4 of fermentation. On day 4 of fermentation, I opened up the top of the container and then covered it with a clean towel. And we're going to let this ferment open for 2 or 3 more days, stirring every day until it looks like this. Allowing the fermented beans to be exposed helps kind of bring it to that final step. So after the full 7 days, we're actually ready to move on to the next step. Now, not only does this stuff look funky, it also smells pretty funky and a little bit alcoholic. Don't worry though, that's totally normal. However, due to say under the alcoholic funkiness, it will have an ever so slightly chocolatey smell. It almost smells like a chocolate liquor or something like that. Alright, so now the next step is to dry these beans out completely. Traditionally this is done in the sun, but the weather outside where I filmed this is cold and rainy, so that really wasn't an option for me. So I placed my beans into this combo dehydrator oven thing that I have and let it dehydrate for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, we can pull them out. And if you peel the shell off the beans, you'll see that there's actually a cocoa bean inside. And this is actually our chocolate. Now, we aren't fully there yet because we'll still need to roast it, but you can start to see that the color is almost there. And if you smell it, it will still smell a little bit funky, but it will really start to kind of have that chocolatey smell. Now, at this point, we're actually ready to roast the beans. And there's a bunch of different methods for roasting, but again, we're just going to go through the simplistic route. Now, for this step, we're going to do a 2-stage roast. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roast the beans in an oven at about 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes. This is going to just kind of start the roast for the beans. After the 5 minutes, turn the temperature down to 275 Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. And I was really surprised how much in this relatively short roasting time really changed the beans. This roast really made my whole house smell wonderfully warm and chocolatey. And this is the stage where it goes from kind of being funky to full-on chocolatey. So once we're done roasting, we can pull it out of the oven and let it cool completely. I let them sit actually for about 2 hours on the cutting board, and just to really make sure that they're completely cooled down. Now,
When did you wake up
go
today?
ahead and peel the shells off.
I woke up, I actually didn't go to bed until, like, 7 o'clock in the morning. I woke up pretty late today, 2 o'clock. But I had a toothache today. I drank a bunch of, I never drink soda, like ever. But somebody left a 12-pack of Coca-Cola. And I drank it all like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And dude, today, like, my tooth hurts so bad I could just tell that it was that Coca-Cola. That's why I don't drink Coca-Cola. It leaches from your bones. So today I was in pain so much. But only for like an hour. It went away. I could tell it was like a Coca-Cola eating away at my tooth. I should never drink it. But yeah, man, I'm play a little WoW today. What's on my screen right now? Oh. Yeah. I need to start working out, bro. I think I'm gonna start working out. I feel better about myself, you know? It'll be nice. I'm gonna play a little WoW. I hate to say it, but I need to make a new legendary really quick in WoW. Yeah, I need to make this legendary really quick. I cut my finger yesterday too. That's why I didn't stream much yesterday. I went to the, like, I don't really go dumpster diving anymore, but I did yesterday, and I cut my finger lifting up the first piece of wood that I saw. So I'm done dumpster diving for a while, and I hurt my finger pretty bad. You know, gonna take a week to heal. So, you know, I learned a lesson. Oh, see you guys.
Is your phone charged for IRL?
No, I don't even know where my phone is, bro. I gotta go charge my phone. No, I don't even know where my phone is, man. I've been cleaning up my room so much, bro. You know me, man. I don't like anything. And I have so much stuff. It's craziness, bro. I'm about to just give it away for free, you know. Hey!
Closing the cocoa nibs inside. And it might help a little bit to crack them first, as I'm doing here. And I'm not gonna lie, this process was a little time consuming. It's very, but it's honestly not that bad. In total, it took about 10 minutes to peel all of them. Now some small fragments of shells still ended up in my cocoa nibs, and you can either use a hairdryer to blow them away, or I just simply pick them out by eye, just kind of leaning on the side of not collecting as much chocolate, but making sure that there weren't any pieces of shell left over in our container. Alright, so once we have all our nibs ready, we are ready to move on to the next step, which is to grind them up and turn it into chocolate. But before you do, it's not a bad idea to weigh the total amount of cocoa nibs you've collected, and that'll help kind of inform how much stuff to add later when we're making the chocolate bars. Alright, so to start off with grinding, I used a mortar and pestle to break up the cocoa nibs. I was able to get a pretty rough grind at first using this method. Now, to be frank, if you want to be able to get the level of smoothness of a commercial chocolate bar, you need a special piece of equipment known as a conch. And these will run you about $300. So, you know, that's kind of out of the budget for my video here. So instead, I experimented with grinding these cocoa nibs with stuff I already have. This was an experiment, so feel free to mix and match how I did this to whatever works best for you. Now, I poured the crushed cocoa nibs into a blender and let this go. And I also took this opportunity to add a little sugar. This will help balance the bitterness of the chocolate, and how much you add is completely up to you. I'm more of a fan of the darker side of chocolate, so I only added about 20 grams of sugar to the chocolate, which gave me about an 85% dark chocolate. But if you want to add more, or also add milk powder to cut the bitterness down, feel free to do that. So using the blender did produce a much finer grind. However, it was constantly getting stuck in the corners and getting kind of really annoying to deal with. So I decided I got it somewhat fine. I would try to finish it in the mortar and pestle again. Back in the mortar and pestle, after about 10 minutes of vigorous work, I ended up with
Wash Kyoto by Young Lee.
Which, to be frank, wasn't too fine. Now, I also know it looks like there's some big chunks here, but those are actually just clumps of fine powder that got compacted in the mortar and pestle. Alright, so the cocoa has some natural oil in each of the beans. This is the stuff that is known as cocoa butter. Now, depending on how well we're able to grind this down, the cocoa butter will actually express itself into the powder and will kind of form a chocolatey liquid. However, as you can see, this isn't very oily and it's actually very dry, so we'll need to bolster this cocoa with some cocoa butter. So to my 120 grams of cocoa nibs, I added initially about 20 grams of cocoa butter, but I actually added about 10 more grams later, so for a total of 30 grams. The cocoa butter will give us that chocolate bar texture, but first we need to melt it. So I pop this into the microwave for about 2 minutes, and you really want to keep a close eye on this. It might be different for your microwave. You really want this just to melt. You don't want it to overheat. Once it's melted, it should look like this, and just go ahead and add it into the chocolate and stir it up. Now we're in the stage of melting, tempering, and molding the chocolate. Place the cocoa over a pot of boiling water to make a double boiler. This will begin to melt everything together. However, even after heating, my chocolate still looked a little dry, so this is when I added that 10 more grams of cocoa butter I mentioned earlier. And this really seemed to do the trick. We can see here and now that we have a texture of something that almost looks like wet brownie mix, and that's actually what we're going after. Now, while heating the chocolate, we really want to keep an eye on the temperature. Now that the chocolate is melted, we need to temper the chocolate. Now, this is a process where we basically align the crystals that form inside of the chocolate to form a uniform, solid, hard bar. If we don't do this step, the chocolate crystals will kind of have a random orientation, and we'll end up with something mushy and won't really snap when you break the chocolate bar. Now, there's a million different ways to do tempering. Some involve using a marble slab and some metal spatulas. The easiest way is using something called beta crystals, which are just crystals of cocoa butter. But for me, the most practical way of doing this, and just kind of the easiest way, is just to use a nice piece of dark chocolate from a chocolate bar. And this is what's known as seed tempering. And this will provide a seed crystal for the chocolate to kind of form around and help align the chocolate. So to do this, let the chocolate cool down, and once it reaches about 91 degrees Fahrenheit or 31
Bro,
degrees
if you did
Celsius,
IRL,
add a
your
piece of
viewers
dark
will
chocolate
skyrocket,
from
but
the nice
NA.
chocolate bar into the melted cocoa.
That's the thing, man. You know, it's like the lottery, bro. You can play the lottery all day, every day, but it doesn't mean you're gonna win. And you know, I need a house. I need like a job. If I'm gonna stream, I need, you know, buy a stream. I need money. I need to get a job. Streaming is not gonna make me money, bro. There's like maybe 50 million people streaming, man, and there's only like a handful of people making money from it. And they just advertise for people, making advertisements. It's not something that me and you are gonna be able to do. It's like winning the lottery, dude. I don't play the lottery. If I'm gonna sell stuff to make money, I'll do that, but I don't really just film myself for no reason, you know? Fuck, I didn't mean to make that. God damn it. I just fucked up. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. God damn it, man.
Can't see gameplay.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
and just stir it until it's fully melted. All right, now while it's still molten, go ahead and pour this into a mold. I'm using a silicone chocolate mold I got online, and that seemed to work pretty well. Carefully pour the chocolate in, and it doesn't hurt to give it the old tappa tappa to coax out any air bubbles. Once the molds are filled, it's just a matter of letting this thing cool down completely. For me, I left this in the fridge overnight. Now the next morning I returned for the moment of truth. I think it's beautiful. I couldn't have been any happier with these chocolate bars, at least how they look. Now how did it taste? Well, as I said before, it was a little grainy, but that doesn't really bother me. The taste, however, was fantastic. It really had that nice, complicated, fruity, chocolatey flavor you get from a high-end chocolate bar. And I have to say, it was a really fun process, and even though I had some issues, it was extremely interesting and gratifying to be able to make my own chocolate for all of myself. I really hope that you actually, if you have the time and energy and want, that you actually try this process yourself. If you get stuck anywhere or you have your own questions, I'm by no means an expert in the topic. I can share my experiences with you. Feel free to email me at my website, flavorlab@flavorlab.xyz. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it. Sometimes these longer videos don't get a lot of views, and it's always difficult. All right, well, that's it for this week. If you have something you want me to make for you, please feel free to leave in the comments down below. Bye.
Damn pimp squad jabronius.
I know, I keep forgetting my stuff in the mailbox. I gotta go all the way back to the mailbox. I'm just trying to make my gear. I'm gonna try something crazy that no one's ever tried before. See if I can. It might be so crazy that it works. It's my last chance, bro. The new season starts. Yeah. Oh, let me get it. New season starts Monday, so you know this is the last I'm gonna be able to push with my gear. Where's the mailbox? Are you kidding me? I think I figured something out that no one else did. Let's see. Actually, I need to buy a belt. Waist. You know what? My belt. Then I needed a belt. Belt and necklace. Did I already buy the belt? I don't remember. Get a belt. Get equipped it. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, let's go back. Do I have everything I need? Yeah. Jesus Christ, I just want to make this fucking thing, bro. It's like 11 o'clock at night. It's taking me all day. I hate it, dude. It's making me angry now. I need to finish this today, like this second. My God, man, what am I doing? Should I make a necklace? Yeah, I'm gonna make a necklace. Yeah, we're gonna do unity. What am I doing? Oh no, actually, maybe I shouldn't do the necklace. Gloves, wrists. I'm gonna do the wrist. Wait, 30. No, I can't do gloves. Belt is 130. Okay, we're gonna do wrist, unity, haste, verse. Okay. Fuck this cinematic. Alright, here. Haste verse, okay.
Watch Star Wars Kid.
Star Wars Kid, what's that? Is that the fat guy that dances? Is that Star Wars Kid? Star Wars Kid, Star Wars Kid, let me think. Star Wars Kid? I don't know who that is, Star Wars Kid. Oh my god. Shift on there, okay. Now I need to 23% haste versus 21. Let me just make sure I need to enchant that. Hold on, I need to enchant my stupid bracers. Are you kidding me?
Damn, how come you got so much gear in your inventory?
I theory craft. I'm constantly creating new specs and stuff. Everybody plays the same spec, and I'm like, 22, 19, 35, 31. 21, 19, 35, 31. 21, 19, 35, 31. 21, 19, 30. 21, 19. Okay, so it's actually better to go here. It's just, dude, WoW is crazy, bro. They don't tell anybody anything.
You're supposed to sell your old bad gear.
Well, this is all gonna be bad next week. Next week, all this gear is gonna be useless because it's a new season. This is all gonna be. I'm gonna have to disenchant all this stuff. But I need it. But it's hard, bro, because I only have 3 stats, and I'm stacking haste right now. Something's not right though. I need 1% more haste. Haste. Something's not right. What is not right? 80 haste. Let me check my cloaks. Okay, I got the craziest spec ever, bro. Wait. Alright, there we go. It's like... Alright. I'm coming. I'll be there. Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be right back. Hold on. Yeah, I know. You want to stop me from what I'm doing on the middle of something before you want to... Wait, what do you want? You don't help me? forgot my weapon too. Something's not right. I need to do a little bit more calculating. I only have 19% haste. I need to see, like, what the fuck, bro? I don't understand, because when I was in this spec right here... Oh, wait, it's because I switched that. Okay. Actually, let me switch back to this. And I think we will go back. I don't need mastery. Maybe I don't need crit, actually. Do I need mastery or do I need crit? We need this. Okay, 23%. Okay, that should be my highest. Haste. Wait, first. Wait. Finishing move, have a... Actually, I can just... I hope this is good, bro. I hope it's worth what I, like, going through. Like, dude, my character looks so fucking cool. What the hell is this? Let me switch my weapon to this, and we're groovy. Oh my god, I look so cool. Okay, let's test it on a target dummy. Let's see what we're working with here. I'm pure shadow strike. That's all I do. Just shadow strike. Watch. Shadow strike. Well, kidney. Well, shadow strike, and then we'll throw in one shot. 22k backstab or 22k gloom blade. Oh, I love it, bro. This is like the good. Nobody's ever been. I'm like the only person that's ever built this build. I'm so happy, bro. Like I love it, dude. No, like nobody has been this build. Look at my fucking shit right here. Look at this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm Death from Above, Daggers in the Dark, and Thick as Thieves. I thought, what could I use better than Thick as Thieves? Veil of Midnight, Shadowy Duel. I do need Smoke Bomb. Yeah, okay. Let me just double check my leech. Do I have leech on? Okay, I do. Do I have Eternal Skirmish on? I don't, but maybe I should. My finger, dude. I cut my finger so bad yesterday. It hurts pretty bad. God, I hate it. Fuck. I hope I didn't fuck up my finger too bad. Okay, wait. Let me check. I got my helm. Bracers? I need to enchant my bracers, I think. Item enchant wrists. We'll do this one. And I need chest. Eternal Skirmish. Okay. Jeez, I can't believe this has been taking me like 12 hours, bro. And then... I don't have any more room. This goes here. Alright. We're at 24 haste now. Perfect. We put this here. Put this here. Let me go test it on a target dummy real quick. Oh my god, dude. My finger hurts so bad. Ooh, fuck, man. That hurts so bad. I don't have my keyboard on me, so I'm just gonna click everything. And then we give him one of these, we give him a quick 1-2. And then we hit him with one of these, hit him with one of these. And then we just chill for a second, and then we pop, 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 pop. And then we pop, 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 bada pop, bada pop. Why is my damage so shitty? Wow, why is it so bad, my damage? What the fuck, bro? This is not gonna work out. Let me see if some big damage, nigga. Where's that big damage at, nigga? Where the fuck is that big damage at? Jesus fucking Christ, this is shit. Why is it only doing 13k? Oh my god. Alright, let's see how realistically how much damage this is going to be doing real quick. 2k. Oh my god, horrible. I can't do this. 2k, 2k, 3k, are you fucking kidding me? Then we go here, and then we go here, and then we go here, and then we click a few of these, click a few of those, click a few of these. Man, this sucks. I hate this fucking game. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna take a break, bro. My finger hurts so bad, dude. I don't want to look at it. I'm afraid to look at it. Can't tell if my finger's swollen. Maybe just go look at my cut. I don't want to look at it. Ow, it hurts pretty bad. Wargoosey, baby. Wargoosey. Let me think. My damage. I'm doing no fucking damage, bro. Let me think. It's like every second I only have one button to push. And that button is not doing enough damage. Might just try this. I feel like I'm about to fucking puke. This is gonna be bad.
He looks ridiculous. He dresses ridiculous. He comes here and he says we're not allowed to eat or kill any animals. And he's been here 5 minutes.
Following closely behind her is 23-year-old Tristan Tate, a professional kickboxer.
Nobody here. As long as they leave me by myself, I might have a good time. I'm not much of a beach person. Sun, sea, sand, it's not too important to me. I'm just here to play the game, really. Hello?
Cancel, we've got that shelter front side as well.
The thing is, I really don't see the point in building these walls. I don't think it's going to protect us from anything. If it starts raining heavily and the wind starts blowing, this is not going to stop us from getting wet.
I know,
It really is.
at least it's just a closure and it's there.
They're literally just piling up leaves. I mean, there's actually no point in doing it. It's pretty ridiculous, but in 5 or 6 days, if they want to still keep stacking leaves on top of each other to build a wall that's pointless, I'll just kick it down, you know, it's looking. But right now I have to be a bit respectful as I've just met these people, I don't want to annoy them too much.
I'm Tristan, I'm from Bedfordshire, and I'm the ultimate game player.
Tristan lives and works with his brother.
I'm a professional kickboxer and a business owner. I like to get things done, I like to get things done properly. I have no time for people who like to faff around, mess around, and disobey the rules. When I grew up, I had a very strict father who was in the US military. The emphasis was very much on work and education, which is why today I prefer to work and then go out, get drunk and throw up in the streets like everybody else.
See, this is more like it. This is the kind of place you can build a camp. I don't know what those idiots are doing.
I'm bloody chuffed to this. This is manpower, this is work, you know. This is work. Rome wasn't built in however long they said it was built. Yeah? So this is good.
Ways have only been provided with a basic fire-making kit. With sunset fast approaching, Tristan's convinced he's the man to get it started.
Before you start doing this, I'm sure you're meant to have something on the bottom of that to catch fire.
This is flammable.
This is going to light, you say?
You know, this is a waste of our efforts if 5 people are standing around trying to get fire going. If
We
one
just
of
maybe 5 minds to get it started.
If one of us
Better
tries
than one.
this, then the other 3 can be doing something else.
Seriously? People like Tristan, I feel, have massively got the power thing going on. Trying to belittle a couple of other people instantly, I don't think is the way forward.
Walk around, try and find some sticks that we can actually burn. That blonde woman, forgot her name already, saying that, oh, there's something in here, you need to put it here. I know that's not the case. I can get it started. But once I get it started, I'm not going to brag or rub it in her face. I'm just going to let her be humble in her silence.
With just the basic tools at hand,
Fire!
it's less than an hour before Tristan's efforts pay off.
Quick, bring something that burns, something flammable.
As the castaways end their first day on the island, action man Tristan's competitive side has already kicked in.
From my perspective, I think they see me as a fellow islander, whereas to me, this is a game, so which I think I've been doing already. So hopefully, there'll be lots of red beads and
That's going to be too much. He's like convinced he's killing the chickens and the pigs. No, it's not going to happen.
Speed. I'm up to a head start. Shipwreck 2011. The winner's going to be me. Be doing this. I'm not saying, hey everyone, look, I'm building a long job. Hey, I'm trying to impress people. I'm just trying to.
Very first leadership.
I like Katie. I think she had heard that I.
Meanwhile, her deputy begins building the bonfire. Hosted by Joe.
Welcome to our...
Only person who can fuck this up. You're the only person who can make this work, and you're also the only person who can fuck this up.
Dude, I just fucked that guy up. Dude, my gear's so fucked up looking, bro. What kind of belt is this, dude? This belt is so funny. Oh, I love that belt, dude. It's so cute. It's like the funniest shit ever. It's got two little daggers on it, I just realized. Like, what? What? Dude, you should be able to put your daggers in your belt. Whoops. Oh. I should have went somewhere usually.
wise. And also, you're avoiding the boogie tree completely. You just